Okay, one thing before we start is, sorry if you hear people talking or random music in the background. I'm at my dorm in college, and we tend to hear a lot of that stuff at random times during the day, so if that happens, it is what it is. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I was watching TV the other day and I came across Disney Channel's show Good Luck Charlie, and I was really excited because there was this episode I saw of it and it was really, really cool. So a little background before I go on. Good Luck Charlie is a sitcom on Disney Channel. It's been running since about 2010. It is kind of a family-oriented, family-friendly show, and it focuses on the Duncan family, which is made up of the parents, Bob and Amy, and their kids, PJ, Teddy, Gabe, Charlie, and Toby. And it mainly focuses around Teddy and how she makes these video diaries for her little sister Charlie, basically giving her advice about like life and how to survive their crazy family. The show is targeted, I guess, at grade schoolers. Grade schoolers watch it, middle schoolers watch it, sometimes high schoolers watch it. I did. Don't judge me. Anyways, I saw this really cool episode of it yesterday, and what happened was basically they introduced a lesbian couple on that show, which was really awesome. So the episode basically went like this. Amy, the mom, arranged a play date for her daughter Charlie with another little girl in her preschool class. And Amy also invites the other little girl's parents over to, talk to her and her husband Bob, and just hang out and stuff. So they come over, and once they come over, you find out that the other little girl's parents are actually two women. And those two women, they are a lesbian couple that adopted their daughter. They said 4 years ago, I guess, was the number they gave. And throughout the episode, the episode also focuses on other things going on, but one of the storylines of the episode just focuses on Amy and Bob talking and interacting with this little girl's parents, and I just thought they did a really wonderful job with it. They didn't go, too much into detail about their relationship. They never said, like, lesbian or gay or anything like that on TV. But basically, you find out that one of the moms is a lawyer, one is a graphic designer. They've been together for 10 years, and they adopted their daughter 4 years ago, I think they said. Or was it 6? I don't remember. Anyways, they adopted their little girl 4 to 6 years ago. We'll say that. And yeah, that's about really as much as you find out about them. And there was this one part of the episode where Bob brings Amy into the kitchen. He's like, well, usually on these play dates with the parents, I go downstairs and watch the game with the dad. And Amy's like, so? And Bob says, I don't know which one to ask. But then he eventually goes in, and he's just like, well, I'm gonna go watch the game now. Anyone interested? And one of the moms stands up, and she's like, oh, I'll go watch with you. And they go watch the game, and yeah. And I thought that part was pretty cool because I think it's just real. Like, if you've never interacted with a homosexual couple and you're just used to being around heterosexual couples all the time, sometimes you don't know what to say. Sometimes you don't know what to assume, and you don't know how to act all the time, and that's normal. It happens. We don't know any better, right? Like, we're not used to, sometimes we haven't been around gay or lesbian couples, and since it's just different from what we're used to, we don't know how to act, and that's okay. We learn. You go out and you just learn how to interact, and you learn that it's really no difference than interacting with a heterosexual couple. The only difference is it's 2 guys or 2 women. That's it. That is literally it. That's the only difference. But yeah, I thought that episode did just a fantastic job of introducing the idea of the LGBT community to kids. And the episode was actually really groundbreaking because, I mean, even mainstream TV for shows for teenagers or adults, we still don't see tons of stuff about the LGBT community. Like, we do, but it's more focused around heterosexual couples and the heterosexual community. So, for a TV show, nonetheless a kids' TV show, to introduce this idea is groundbreaking, and I have permanent respect for Disney Channel for doing this. I think it's wonderful. And I think the idea of introducing LGBT stuff, or, you know, stuff just to do with diversity to kids at a younger age is fantastic. I think it will raise a generation that'll be more accepting and more tolerant towards our people, a generation that will understand that there are differences between people, that sexuality is not just black and white, it's not just man with woman, it can be man with man, woman with woman, whatever. And I think it'll also raise a generation that has better understanding of sexuality as a whole, which I think is wonderful. I really think it's wonderful. I think this is definitely a step in the right direction for our society. And I really hope we see more of this in the future, because that would be amazing. But, as you could probably guess, this episode also gained a lot of controversy. I was reading an article on the Huffington Post about this episode. And actually this episode aired in January, so it's the end of November now, so I'm kind of behind the times, but whatever. And I'm just going to read you part of this article. I have my laptop with me, so, okay. Give me 1 second to set this up. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. The laptop's going to make some real noises in a second, so just stick with it. Okay.
IABB account. Welcome.
Welcome. Scroll up. Okay, so this article is from the Huffington Post, and it is titled 1 Million Moms Response to Lesbian Couple on Disney's Channel's Good Luck Charlie. I don't know much about the 1 Million Moms thing. I know it's a very conservative group, and yeah, that's about all I know about them. I've heard a little bit about them before, but not much. Anyways, they did not take well to this episode, and they actually started a petition against it. I'm going to read part of it to you, the part that was put on the Huffington Post. End quote. 1 million moms launched an email campaign in 2013 that urged Disney officials to abandon their plans to corrupt the children's network with LGBT content. However, Disney officials have not responded to the thousands of emails protesting their plans. Go Disney. Disney has decided to be politically correct instead of providing family-friendly programming. Disney should stick to entertaining, not pushing an agenda. Conservative families need to urge Disney to avoid controversial topics that children are far too young to comprehend. This is the last place a parent would expect their children to be confronted with topics that are too difficult for them to understand. Mature issues of this nature are being introduced too early and too soon, and it is extremely unnecessary. So yeah, basically they're like, our kids are too young for this, and they shouldn't understand this, they shouldn't see this is so controversial. Yeah, and I don't take well to this. What do I want to say about this? First, they say corrupt, that this episode is going to corrupt their children. how is being introduced to LGBT community going to corrupt somebody? They act like it's like this big, bad, horrible thing that's gonna like mess with their children and make them evil or whatever. No, I promise you it's not. Anyways, it goes on to say that kids are far too young to understand this or to be introduced to this. Well, we're introducing kids to heterosexual relationships at a very early age. How are homosexual relationships like any different? How is it that like it's so much more mature and we have to wait until later in their lives to introduce them to it? What I feel like when they're doing that is they're basically putting they're separating heterosexual relationships and homosexual relationships and putting them into two totally different categories and making it like they're two extremely different things. They're not. Love is love, people. Let's just learn that. Love is love. And as soon as a kid can be learning about heterosexual relationships, they can be learning about homosexual relationships as well. Okay? That's just my beliefs. The article eventually goes on to say, what does it say? 1 Million Moms has a long-standing history of mass email initiatives and attempting to stage boycotts in response to high-visibility moves that may in any way benefit the lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender community. Yeah. Homophobic? Yeah? Or even the mere mention or promotion of sex or sexuality in mainstream media. What I really don't understand is why we try to hide sex and sexuality from kids. We treat it like it's this horrible, horrible thing. And if you want to learn more about that kind of stuff, like censoring sex and sexuality, you should check out MTV Braless. It's hosted by Lacey Green, and she has an episode called You Can't Say What on TV. You should check that out. She kind of talks more in depth about that. Go look it up. But I feel like we're hiding sex and sexuality from kids. It doesn't help anybody. I think it really hinders our ability to learn and ask questions about sexuality. It hurts us by preventing us from learning to understand other sexuality and our own sexuality. And I think in the long run, we'd be much better off if we just started introducing these ideas of, heterosexual relationships, homosexual relationships, the LGBT community, and just sexuality in general to people at a younger age so we can understand it better and grow up more educated and well-rounded about the topic in general. I don't know, that's just what I feel. Maybe you feel differently, but I think we need to stop taking LGBT stuff and sexuality stuff in general and hiding it in this box, pretending it doesn't exist from kids. It's all just a part of life. It's all just a part of life. And if we learn about this stuff younger, I think we'll grow up to be more accepting and understanding, well-rounded individuals. And we would make for a way better society. Anyways, I think that's all I have to really say on the topic. I just saw that episode and I really thought it was cool and awesome that Disney would introduce a lesbian couple on TV. Like, go Disney, too. They didn't back down. They're just like, hell no. We're not backing down, so go Disney. You rock. You have my permanent respect. And, yeah, I hope to see more of this stuff in the future. It'd be awesome. And, yeah, that's about all I have to say. Bye!